Good morning, Milwaukee.
Good morning, Milwaukee. Such a beautiful day.
Absolutely.
Beautiful Tuesday.
Here we are.
Be a
voice with Wisconsin Voices. I'm Joe Dre, Policy Director for Wisconsin Voices.
I'm LaToya. I'm the Director of Organizing and Partnership at Wisconsin Voices. And we are on WNOV 860 106.5. How y'all doing today? So we got a nice show for you today. We're going to talk about some policies and stuff that's going on in our community. We are always going to advocate for people to be a voice by casting your vote and making sure your voice is heard.
Absolutely. And this is a great time, in between this time, between elections, between the April 2nd and the August and November elections. This is a great time to get out and register, find your polling location, get to be familiar with the process and vet and investigate your local officials, the people that are running, make sure that they align with your views.
Yep, you are correct. Correct. So, one of the good things about this time is like our county supervisors and our aldermen just got sworn in a week ago, and like we said, give them some time, especially new ones. I wouldn't say give those old ones no time.
No.
Ones that's been in office already.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, but those that's newly elected, give them some time, a little time to get settled, and then start holding these people accountable for issues that you have in your community.
Absolutely.
So we can make sure that our community start thriving.
And, as someone that's a former elected official, I'll tell you, when you go in there's a big learning curve a lot of times on figuring out how things run, how things operate, how the city operates, what your responsibility and your roles are. There's that acclimation period where you're just getting used to it, and I always say when I ran, I always had these grand ideas that I wanted to go in and I wanted to change this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you get in there real quick and realize that you're just one of a few people. And you need to get everybody on board with that. So, giving them that time to get used to the position and the roles and responsibilities, but also, keeping an eye on them, and keeping an eye where they vote, how they vote, what issues are important to them and which ones they're bringing to the forefront. And
what issues that are important to you. And
right.
Even if it takes to call and give them a simple message on issues that's concerning you that you want to see them possibly work on or draw up some policies for. So this is that time to really put your voice out there. Like now, the violence in our community is ridiculous.
It's getting out of control.
It's getting out of control, and it's going to start getting warm. I hate to see what would happen today because this is going to be a warm day and possibly a comfortable evening. And I just wish people don't heat up, like don't heat your tempers up. Because temper, boy.
Go take a dip in the lake, right?
Yeah.
Cool off a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but we got a caller, our number one caller.
All right.
How you doing, caller, Mr. Tyrone W?
Good morning, dear Howard. How are you?
Good morning.
And blessed, joyful, grateful, thankful, and Lord for myself. I'm feeling pretty good. Yes.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Good morning to the young man in there with you. Good morning again, Milwaukee. Yes, it is I, Tyrone W. Go Bucks, go Brewers. 1 down, 3 to go. Let's get it.
Yes.
Very very quickly, I was wondering because I haven't gotten any literature yet on the district attorney, but I was wondering. I don't know. I don't even know what the person's identity and stuff is. So if you can get those in to have them, so we need to find out what their position and stuff is. But until the literature and stuff comes out, I'm still waiting so I can see what they're about. We missed out on Verona Swanigan last time, so I mean, let's be on the up and up on this one, so we can see what's who we got going in there to do this stuff here. Then another thing, real quickly, Mr. Gorky, there, what is his position on the, and I guess would he be able to weigh in on the school board thing there and to kind of say, well, what's legal and what's illegal going on there. And instead of sucking all the air out the show, I'll listen to you over the air then, unless you want to ask me something.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Well, in regards to this is Tamika. I'm sorry, I am feeling horrible today, but I knew y'all wanted to hear me, so I came. Just kidding. In regards to the elections that are happening and the primaries in August and the generals in November, signature collection has just started, and we are going to wait until the ballot is actually set before we start inviting the candidates on, so we'll know exactly who's on the ballot and who is actually in the running for these positions. So then we'll have a good base of not just the first person who gets on the ballot or who says they're going to run, but if they actually get on the ballot. Because I have seen many times in the past history that there are people who were going to run, they didn't get enough signatures, or their signatures were invalid, or they got kicked off the ballot. So instead of confusing everyone, we're just going to wait for our show. We're just going to wait until everybody is officially on the ballot, and then we'll start inviting those people. As of your question about what's going to happen in the school board, we can invite him to come back, but you can also call his office and ask him.
100%.
That's the involvement of what your community is doing, or what it is supposed to be doing, is making sure that you ask these questions. We will try to invite him on again, but I don't even know if he would answer those questions right now, because that is something legal that's going on, and I am not for sure if the city is going to take part in this in regards to their attorney, or will it be the MPS lawyers? That we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So y'all miss me?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
We always miss you.
You know what? The person who says not at all is
Is
probably the one that miss you the most, right? I just had the worst morning, and I don't like to complain, but I am just dragging this morning. And Miss Latoya, what's your last name today?
Oh, I didn't give one
You didn't give
today.
one, yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay. So let's introduce ourselves again. I'm Tamika Vukovic, co-executive director of Wisconsin Voices.
I'm Latoya Smith, director of organizing and partnership.
I'm Joe Dre, director of policy.
Joe has been. Let's talk about Joe's job.
No.
No, let's talk about Joe's job, because he slides in and slides out, but the thing is, while he's sitting in the offices of Wisconsin Voices, he is strategically working hard, and one of the things he's doing is our strategic plan for what we're going after and what we're going to be asking the new legislature in January, because in the state at least, and then starting to see what are our partners want or what they need in regards to city ordinances or what they're working on. So he is doing a lot of research. Kind of tell him how you are building your strategic plan.
We start with our partners.
Right.
Always start with our partners in the community and what's the biggest need of our community, and what's our partners' needs, and listening to those voices, and then drafting our policy and our organization and our manpower behind those issues, so that we can push them to the forefront for our partners, for our community, and for everyone, really.
So it's not about what, Tamika thinks is
Mhm.
important. It's I have a say in a little bit of it just because, we have to prioritize things and make sure that we are going for stuff that is a win, or it may not, we might not get exactly what we want, but at least we can bring that issue to the forefront. But
Where we can make an impact the most.
exactly. So it is prioritized. Then what is your steps? Oh, sorry. That was my phone, y'all. And I usually turn it off, but
Yeah, so again, we were listening to our partners, we're listening to the community and what their needs are. Then we go back to the table with our staff and we sit together and we're going to talk. And like you said, we're going to prioritize those steps. We're going to research those steps, and then we're going to start to implement. So,
and if you notice, this is April, and the legislative session doesn't start until January next year.
Right.
But it is strategic. We have to get all of our ducks in a row. We have to see what the partners want, what they need, what their desires are for, us building it. Joe is our registered lobbyist. So not only is he our policy director, he also is our registered lobbyist. So he can actually go in there and lobby for things. And this is a big deal because we have to allocate funds that are not get funds in. Most of our funding says we can't use that for lobbying. So we actually are taking it out of, the costs that really we don't get funded for that. This is something that we have to raise individual dollars for to make this happen. So this is not something that somebody pays us to go and do, because most of the funding that we get, it says you cannot lobby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Latoya, I know we have been working. Let's kind of talk about what we're doing right now in regards to our organization when it comes to partnerships, organizing, canvassing. Latoya doesn't know it, but she may be in Madison tomorrow, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
We called that one. We told you somebody's going to end up there once or twice.
Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, she just might be there. But we have started. And please, if anybody has any events or anything that they would like to us to help them register people to vote, please give us a call over at Wisconsin Voices. Send us a quick email. Those are the things. If you have an event and you say, wait, there's going to be a bunch of people here that may not be registered, give us a call, because we have a team that is going and helping, assisting people to register to vote. And it's a good squad. They're out there now doing that. If you see any Wisconsin Voices people, just tell them, hey, help them out, because that is what we're trying to do. Where our goal is to register over 6,000 people before the November election. So what we're trying to do is make sure that people have the option, and then we're going to try to tell them why they should vote. Not who they should vote for, why they should vote.
Right.
So what else do you got going on in the world of organizing?
Oh, we have our youth class wrapping up today. So we're gonna have a set of our youth group graduating from our 8-week session.
Where they going today?
They're gonna be at the office, and they go to CBS Studios to actually see how a studio is ran and how broadcasting is done, far as the news and the news station. So
shouts out to Taj
I
Mahal.
was just gonna say,
Yeah, Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
She is really involved in our organization. She tries to support us in every way she can. So we love us some Taj.
Yes,
for sure.
And they'll be learning about social media today, and then we'll be having a potluck with them. Everybody in the partnership facilitators are from different backgrounds, so everybody's going to bring different food to let them taste different origins of food. We got Hispanic, we have African, we have Southern cooking. So we have it all. Then we're actually working with our partners on building block captains, because it's really important to have leaders in the community. Like we have our canvassers going out to register people and
Help
help
assisting
help
people.
assisting register people. So having block captains and connecting with our partners with their resident led programs would help a lot for people to have someone they can directly go to that's familiar, that they're familiar with, that they would know personally in the community. We also have a couple of our partners are doing a bunch of amazing work in the community. I know Souls to the Polls is having a health event this Thursday at St. Timothy's Church. I also know Sherman Park has been hosting all month different jamborees in Sherman Park. Um, I can get that information for you after the break. So we've been working with our partners to make sure, and we're also working with some of our partners in other cities like Racine to help build their Juneteenth. So we've been really working with our partners to build up their platforms and make sure that their voices are heard.
We're doing somewhere. We're trying to help another county do Juneteenth. What is that? Is Washington County,
Washington
right?
County.
Washington.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be working with them to try to help them with their Juneteenth as well. Um, this this kind of work is like kind of sometimes we are overwhelmed. Sometimes we're chilling. I mean, like
Mhm.
maybe August of last year, we were just putting stuff together and working, and now all of our hair is getting pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
you know, the things that and then in regards to what I do, I kind of look at it this way. I have all these experts. Joe's the expert at policy, even though I think I can hold a candle to him. We right in the middle there.
We're right there.
You know, Latoya has been organizing for 20 plus years, and she has led teams. We have Chi who does our communications with Keon, and they are trying to build our social media. And we have Tim who does our fundraising and our development. And what my job is to do is to look at all those departments, see how they fit in the organizational empowerment movement, trying to help create different curriculums, and then kind of putting it all together. So I don't believe an ED has to know everything about everything. What they need to know is how to make everything work. And I am definitely not the smartest person in the room by any means. They are the team that we work with is extremely talented, has like a plethora of knowledge that goes beyond just social justice stuff. Or Joe here, you wouldn't believe he's a former alderperson in the city that he is from. So he has been an elected. He's gone through the process of being elected and having to fight the good fight. He didn't belong in his city with his mindset, but I'm glad he's here. Latoya has done so much amazing work. She was one of the people who were first in the forefront on the Fight for 15 when people hadn't even heard Fight for 15. Am I right, Latoya? She telling. Did she do that? You know that we telling the truth. Yeah, yeah. Keep going and telling me. But there is Brian, who, like I always say, that he came from a different route. But right now, reason you don't see Brian as often is because he's leading our canvas, our canvas movement, and making sure that everybody has what they need to help assist people to register the vote. This is his baby, his project, and he is working, hard on that. Angelique is, she is sunsetting out of our organization, but she still is helping us move forward and grow and finding new ideas. And I'm gonna hate that she's gonna be gone from our organization completely in May, but she still was like, if you have any questions, if you need something, because she's vested in what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
All of the people that work there are just good, solid people.
Nicole.
And we won't talk. Let's talk
The
about
glue
Nicole.
of our organization.
She
Yes.
is literally the
The
glue.
glue.
She have y'all ever had that person that can look at you and you know you did something wrong, even though you don't know, and she can just say, "What?" And then me as an ED, Nicole, what you do? What am I mad? You mad at me? It's like, no. Even though you know she's
But
like,
I need you to do.
yeah, but I need you to do this. But she literally holds
And I
us
need it now.
right. And she says it's so sweet.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she could be mad, but then this sweetness come about her. She kind of keeps us all. I think there in every organization, whether it's the ED or a coworker or whatever, you have to have that one person that you can go vent to and it doesn't matter, or she will help you solve, or he or she will help you solve a problem, and it's not a burden to do it. That is Nicole, and I wish she's so shy she won't come back on the show, but I'm gonna make her come back. We're gonna make her come back on the show.
You should.
But she has been
she
there.
Gonna get you.
What'd she say?
You should. You should. He talking about you should. You should. She gonna get you.
But she has been there the longest in the organization. I
Yes.
think it's been 6 years or 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So she is definitely the one that knows the historical the history, well, the historical anything of Wisconsin voices. And
usually the point of contact too for anyone that comes to visit our office or
Yes.
calls, that's usually your first point that you.
Yeah,
that you're gonna
when y'all come in the door, y'all look your heads into my office. Tim was very strategic in putting. I started after Tim, and Tim, our co-executive director, took the office that is the furthest back. It's the last office you have to go to before you see everybody else.
Yep.
And where's mine? It's the first office. So everybody will have to pass me before they get in there, and everybody have you ever noticed everybody even stick their head to see?
I feel bad if I don't.
Me
Right.
too.
That's
Me
no, that's
too.
okay. Y'all
Good
can
morning.
go.
As long as I see her door open, like,
Yep.
hey, Mika.
But I also, my door is all, I've always had an open policy
Mhm.
door. My door is rarely closed, even when I'm working on something, because
Right.
someone might need me.
Mm-mm.
A partner might need me. There was a kid that came in, and he was, I shouldn't call him a kid. He was a young man, but he was coming into our youth program, and he had been part of our youth program before. And he was just, coming to the, the next thing, seeing if he could be a mentor or whatever. But he just looked kind of off. And I play with these kids. I was like, I don't want to hang out with y'all. I'm going to come and hang out in your office. If I do the opposite, if I say come in and hang out with me, they don't want to hang out with me. When I say, no, go somewhere. No, we coming in your office. We going to sit with you. Am I right?
Mhm.
And they want to sit there around the table. I'm like, look, I'm working. We just watching you. I mean, I get that. But he had an issue. And I said, come on, let's talk. I don't want to talk. I don't need to talk to nobody. 45 minutes later, after he had just let it all out, we came to some conclusions, and he thought about things differently. But he was like, I said, you can call me anytime. And I was starting to spell my name T-O. Nah, this is T.T. Tamika. This is Auntie Tamika. I was like, no. Oh, mama, I have one child, but I have so many that call me T.T. or mom or whatever. But it's a community-driven thing, and we just love the people that are in our community. Well, we're going to see if we have a guest come in. We're going to take a break and see if our guest can come in. If not, we'll just keep it for another day. You are with Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. We'll be right back. Hi, my name is Tamika Vukovic, co-executive director of Wisconsin Voices. Please join Wisconsin Voices every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. We will be focusing on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
Catch Wisconsin Voices via Voice Radio every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. as we focus on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
Does politics make you feel like you're under attack? Are you tired of feeling hopeless with the current condition of your community? Well, it's time for you to be victorious. It's time to vote. Know your candidates, know who's on the ballot, and know what seats they are running for. Get involved and let's take back our community at the polls.
Wisconsin Voices 3 pillars: protecting democracy, teaching advocacy, building community. You're listening to Wisconsin Voices Be a Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at wisconsinvoices.org. Be a voice.
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 Visit wisconsinvoices.org. Visit wisconsinvoices.org.
Visit wisconsinvoices.org.
And learn more on how to be a voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Welcome back to Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. I finally got that tagline together. I was like, this is Be a Voices, Wisconsin Voices is Be a Voice. And then she one day said, Tamika, just say Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. I was like,
That's it.
That's why he's
And
communication
I was about
director.
to say that's why he's communication director.
Yeah, I was like trying to figure out every way. We're trying to do some plans. But I wish our community would like tell us what they wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
Like even for events and stuff, we think we know what they want, but and then they'll come back. Oh, this was okay, but y'all should have did this. And I wish they would like actually tell us what they want.
It's helpful when the community engages with us and with their elected officials as well. I think we hear that a lot with elected officials, like, hey, I'm waiting for my phone to ring. I'm waiting to hear what my constituents want. A lot of times they're just waiting by a phone that doesn't ring. So,
But on the other hand, I know plenty of people who call their constituent or their alders and don't get answers.
That's true as well.
I think it's a 50-50 thing, and we're just going to have to work on it all.
We just got to keep doing our part and calling them.
Right.
And, yeah.
Keep calling them. Keep records of you calling them. If you can't, when they say you didn't call me, pull out that record. I called you on January 3rd,
At
January
3:21
19th, and January 16th. Do you want my phone? I mean, then they, what do they say then?
Right.
What do they say then? Why? We gotta get some water for Mr. Debo. He enjoy. What you eating over there, Mr. Debo? I want to. He ain't no eating in the studio. Yeah. Oh, it's a chip. Okay. And he ain't sharing with nobody. He just mean.
Yeah, it is.
Right now we are. There's a couple of things. I really want to know if this spade tournament is gonna happen. And this bid whiz, because someone told me that's spades is outdated. So
I think we're always looking for ways to serve the community better, right?
Yeah, but that tournament gonna be, I don't know. Should we get Debo? Should we get security at that tournament? I think we might need security at the tournament because people don't play about they.
It's some serious card players out there.
Yeah.
Especially when I change the spade.
Listen.
When you
Say,
change,
we
you
have
talking about
clear.
bid, you change it. Spade, yeah.
We have Toya for security.
Yeah. And you can't play though, remember. You part of the staff. You won't be able to play.
You are ineligible.
You are ineligible.
Oh, okay, cool. I just tell them to beat y'all.
But we're looking at stuff. I had a conversation with a woman who has a nonprofit, and she does roller skating.
Oh, that's what's up.
And there's not a lot of rings around here, rinks, but I think she's working on trying to turn Red Arrow Park. They do skating. Why can't they do roller skating in that section? And I think she was working on that. There are I had a conversation with another personality on WNOV, and they were talking about when we were talking about how the city is trying to make this more pedestrian and bike friendly. And she said a couple of her callers was like, we ain't riding no bikes. We want these. Yeah, you can do these traffic calmings, but it is no reason why. What is that street that if you keep going down Titonia, it turns into, is that 6th Street? It turns into 6th Street.
Titonia turns into 12.
12th Street, and then it goes into 6th.
No.
Yeah, if you keep going straight down after North Avenue, then it goes by the.
That's 12th Street. It turns into 12th, and it goes stay 12th all the way down.
All the way to Wisconsin Avenue.
Yeah.
Nah.
8th Street turn into 6th Street.
Yes.
8th Street turns into shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm right. I'm sorry. I've been in this city a long time, and I mean, when you go down Titonia, and then you get to Titonia and wait, when you get to Titonia and North, there's the gas station there. There's that Checkers right there. If you keep going down,
Williamson Funeral Home,
right, you go there, and it starts to turn in.
12th Street.
And then if you keep going, I could
straight down 12th Street. It takes you right
to what?
The big church on Wisconsin Avenue.
Okay, the church on Wisconsin Avenue. What street am I talking about on?
8th, as she stated.
Where 8th Street, but what does it start out on this side of town?
8th Street. And when it crosses North Avenue, it becomes 6th Street.
6th Street, yeah.
I never go down 8th Street. Well, anyway, but when you go down to 6th Street, and have you noticed where it starts to narrowing? They've got so many of those bump outs that it's like actually ridiculous how many bump outs they have.
Have you gone down Walnut between Titonia and?
Yes, that's probably the other area I was talking about.
Ooh,
it's you can't even park between the bump outs because it's like bump out. It is. What is the purpose of that?
Well, they made a bike lane, and you actually park, so it's now one lane.
Whew. It's I'm just saying.
Come on, T.T. Tamika.
But when we did some things, like I have in my district, I have two streets that are like speedways, and that is the Glendale Avenue between Green Bay Road and Port Washington Road. That is the fastest way to get from Green Bay to the other side of the city and get on Port Washington Road. But they speed down there. They don't watch the stop signs. So we've been watching it for about 3 years to try to figure out what we were going to do. And the neighbors at first were like, we want speed bumps. But there has been some studies done when people put speed bumps in that eventually the neighbors hate it. The people that live on the block actually hate it, between them having to get shocks more often than not because they're going over that bump all the time. They hate it. So our engineers were looking at ways to traffic calming without the speed bump. One of them is, I hate them, but turnabouts actually, they're super expensive, but turnabouts actually slow things down because you can't go speeding through a turnabout no matter what you do. unless you're a speed racer and you got control like that, but nobody really has that kind
You're
of
gonna
control.
go airborne or something.
Right. The other thing is we tried this and it was so janky. I'm just gonna say last year we put these wooden, like it was like a wooden turnabout.
I saw that in front of Sprecker's. There was
Yeah,
one over there.
it was so janky, but we wanted to see if it worked, and it actually did work. You know, as we monitored that, the speeds went down. So now we're putting a permanent one in this spring, but it was so janky. But the thing is, we didn't spend money to see if something.
Right.
We spent a couple of $100s to get the wood and the stuff to see if it's actually going to work, and it actually did work. Now we're going to spend the thousands of dollars on it to make the investments. But I think we could, some of this stuff we could see if it worked before we spend thousands of dollars
so smart to
changing
do
the whole
I'm
concept.
glad you explained that to me, because when I was coming through Glendale, I'm going, wow, they really saved a lot of money on this one.
No, we wanted to see, we did save a lot of money because we wanted to see. Those studies are super expensive. And then once you do it, you can't change it. And if it doesn't change it at all, then you just wasted a whole bunch of money for no reason.
I looked at what the city of Milwaukee did at like 35th and Valete. There was one particular bump out that they put there. Valete. You
okay.
got,
yeah.
There's Smokies. There's.
Yep.
So there was one particular one that the trucks that would come through there couldn't turn. People were running into it. I mean, every other day or so that they would knock down the little sign on it. They actually removed it.
But the point was, if y'all would have just looked at it a little bit before you did it, it's always, I find it fascinating. We had on the where I live right behind Walgreens on Port Washington Road. So if you know, there's
Is that off of Henry Clay over there?
No, it's a little bit north, but I live what is that? Cops.
Yeah.
And then right across the street from Cops is Walgreens. And that corner is Richter. And we used to have at least 15 minute when it was in the middle of the day traffic. You had to wait 15 minutes just to turn right, to turn left, to go across, right. And the neighbor that's on the corner there, he said, Tamika, what are you going to do about this? I said, people want another sign there. They want a light there. They want all this stuff there. And he was like, can't you just make this a turn only lane and then have this one turn right or straight? And I was like, I don't know. Let me call the Public Works. And when they actually made it so there is actually two lanes instead of everybody being in the middle. Some people wanting to turn right, but then they have to wait because the people that's turning right didn't get over right. So we made two distinctive lanes. That cut that time so much.
Wow.
Just by having a turn left only lane and another one that you could go straight across if you needed to go to the Quinta or if you needed to go to Sprecher, that you're not making that right or that left turn, hard left turn, or you can turn right. And it has picked up the pace. And all that was paint.
Paint. Yep.
All that was paint. We've done some other stuff like in one of the districts down Ridge Lane, or I think it's Range Line Road. It was speed demons going down there, but all they did was use some yellow paint and put barriers there. People actually enclosed up the street a little bit and made it so they could see that this is a pedestrian walk, because a lot of places in Glendale do not have sidewalks. It worked. And it's been working for over a year. It's not like it's just something that people see. They're actually conscious of it. So I don't know if all these thousands of dollars being spent now in Milwaukee, I don't know, because my mom won't drive in Milwaukee anymore unless it's emergency.
Really?
Oh yeah, she won't. She it's because of the people passing on the left. She are on the right side of you. You're supposed to pass on the left. And then all of a sudden you get ready to go into a lane to turn right. And here comes somebody swooping in. That's how 90% of these accidents are happening. Not that it's statistical, but it's usually from somebody who's trying to go through on the right lane. And that's why we have these these bump outs. But who all hates the bump outs going down Capitol?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. How you spell that?
Mhm.
ERBODY.
414-444-5250. We
Tamika,
are.
what's your territory in Glendale?
Oh,
Where do you
my
cover your
automatic.
boundaries?
So I go to almost Capitol. So right in the middle between Freesburn and Capitol, all the way down to Holton, pretty much that alley. East of the river and up to Bender Road, which is all of Bayshore, Port Washington, all the borders of Milwaukee, Whitefish Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I border all those.
We have another caller.
You sure it's another caller? Or is it?
No,
is
it's our boy.
Is it your baby?
I think you starting to get a fan base, Nicole. I mean, Latoya.
Well, good.
That's cool.
Forgive me for double dipping, but I had to let you know I was on detail. I was on dandelion and grass cutting detail yesterday.
Okay.
But I had you on the radio outside there. I know the yard next door to me with these yellow buttercups. It looks like hot buttered popcorn in that yard. But the problem is when the seeds get on them, you know. And that's where my problem come in, because all the seeds blow over to me, and then I got to fight it every year, you know, because I got good green grass, but I got to fight it every year because the wind blow them all over on me.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to speak to what you were talking about, and I'm glad that Miss Tamika's there as well, Latoya, and the young man there, whatever his name is, Tom, Jim,
That's
whatever.
Joe Dre.
Joe.
What up?
All right. But yeah, I appreciate all that. But, you know, I just wanted to say, speaking of landscaping, you can make you're speaking to the speed bumps and then the yellow, what do they call them?
Bump
outs.
Yeah, bump outs, yeah. You can, Barada, you know, not to give, you know, but them big Fred Flintstone boulders, you may not have to do that. But even what I see at Madison High School Academy and some of these other schools there, they made it preventable or difficult for the cars to come up on the curb, because you notice they'll do that too. The wild drivers will drive up on the curb and then they're all up on the grass and stuff. So that you can do around your home some kind of landscaping with some kind of you know, some kind of smaller round rock or something that looks pretty attractable to, you know, and that will at least enable to you know, make the vehicle more difficult to get to your, you know, your house itself. You heard about vehicles running into the house and the building and all this stuff. Do your landscaping to where you got some kind of protection to protect the, you know, the younger babies and stuff there, your house, your property, as well as yourself there. A couple of rocks on the corner or something, or, you know, something, you know, with your fence and everything, and that should give you some protection then. So thank you. Be blessed. Enjoy yourself up in Madison, and we'll try and catch you on Friday. Thank you. Be blessed. Go Bucks, go good.
We know your route and everything.
Thank you,
Your
Tyrone.
agenda.
Thank you for your advice.
I didn't ask her officially yet if she could. I mean, I'm just, you know.
Just wondering when we're going to bust out the Toya swag.
What's that?
Yeah, get the Toya t-shirts and the hats that you're getting
yeah.
so popular now.
Or no, we can do like Latoya with a question mark.
What's the last name?
What's the last name?
What's my? Oh well,
What's
that's
the hairdo going to be next week?
Yeah,
She switches up.
she does.
Yeah.
You don't need.
No, you gotta stay fresh.
I was gonna say you're fresh.
You gotta stay fresh.
And
Always.
I will still have the same hairstyle as I have now, pulled back and a pony.
I don't think I've changed mine in 20 years. So,
But no, he do a fade one time and then he'll let it grow out a little bit. He be
There ain't
changing
much
it.
fading going on
there ain't no fade.
No.
It all faded out about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Faded
that's
out
not
into the drain.
self-inflicted right there.
Yeah,
That's-
right.
Yeah,
That
but you
is-
still add the tattoos though.
You're right. Well, you gotta have
Yeah.
something.
He's tatted up.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got tats.
You do?
You do? Where?
How many?
Never mind.
I said how many. I didn't say where. I'm just
no,
like,
I mean, a guy doesn't care where it's at. I mean, he's not-
I just asked how
No,
many.
I'm saying
I've
that on
only
your
got two.
arms.
I've
on
only
your-
got two.
Okay.
I've only got two.
I got one.
I have none.
Why?
Cause she's
I
scared.
don't like tats.
You don't know if you like it or not if you haven't.
No,
done
I
it.
just don't like. I don't feel the need to hurt myself.
So
And
you're
then
afraid that it's gonna hurt.
the scabs and pain endured
The itch
until
is the
it,
worst. I would say
heals
when
up
it's
and-
healing, the itch is the worst.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think when I got this one, I was talking, I talk mess to everybody I'm around, and we were in what is that, Myrtle Beach, and Jada had got a piercing, and I was like, I'm getting a tattoo, and I just got it. And I'm sitting there talking to a lady who was assisting the tattoo artist, and I'm like, when you finna go? When you finna do this? And he was putting the 05 on this. He had done the whole thing already, and all he was putting is the last of the date on. And I didn't feel a thing. So
I don't like
it
needles.
depends on who,
I don't like needles at all.
personal preference.
So
Back to our community engagement.
yes, we have two things. For one, we have Dominican. They have
Dominican Center.
Dominican Center off of 24th and Locust at 2470 West Locust. Every second and fourth Tuesday of the month from 9:30 to 12 p.m. Dominican has the jobs work MKE helping people who are ready to change their lives and get ready for work. They helping people with working barriers, employment awareness workshops, finding sustainable work. So they're really and walk-ins are welcome. So that is something that is really important in our community, especially for our graduates from high school. That is a big church next to it.
Also, it's over by the old St. Leo.
Yes.
Can we hear you?
Yes.
Can my people hear you?
I mean, like over by the old St. Leo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so that's every second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 9:30 to 12. Walk-ins are welcome. And Dominican is really there to help take away those employment barriers, making employment awareness workshops, and also helping find sustainable jobs. We also have Pastor Unites on May the 1st, and which will be a Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at St. Timothy's Community Baptist Church at 3701 North Titonia Avenue in Milwaukee. Free health screenings, high blood pressure, heart rate, visual screenings, lung volume, mobile clinic, and more. Adults, children, and families are welcome. They will be giving out a $20 gift card for all participants.
Maybe I should go get my blood pressures and my sugar check.
I just got mine done today.
Oh,
morning.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
all good?
I'm as far as I know, I'm all good. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So if you need that assistance, you can come on out on May the 1st, which will be a Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 to St. Timothy's Community Baptist Church in the 3700 block of North Titonia.
I'm still going to get my sugars checked.
Yeah.
And I'm taking Debo with me. You're supposed to take a friend when you do those things. Always take a
Mhm.
friend.
I'm your nephew, TT.
I need to go get my visual screening. I need some glasses.
Now, that part we believe. I've noticed you squinting.
Yeah, I need some glasses.
It's so
I
funny
will
when she be
admit
in her office, her screen will be like 2 feet from her or 2 inches from her, and she'll be like,
Yeah.
and we be telling her she need to get some glasses. I can see just fine. But our health, African American,
don't go with me, you know.
well, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we are going to close out with some more events that we have. This is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Be a voice.
Be a voice. Be a voice. Be a voice.
Be a voice.
Be a voice.
Be a voice.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org. Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
And learn more on how to be a voice with Wisconsin Voice.
You're listening to Wisconsin Voices, Be a Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at WisconsinVoices.org.
Does politics make you feel like you're under attack? Are you tired of feeling hopeless with the current condition of your community? Well, it's time for you to be victorious. It's time to vote. Know your candidates, know who's on the ballot, and know what seats they are running for. Get involved and let's take back our community at the polls.
Catch Wisconsin Voices via Voice Radio every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. as we focus on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
Hi, my name is Tamika Vukovic, Co-Executive Director of Wisconsin Voices. Please join Wisconsin Voices every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. We will be focusing on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites. That's our favorite. I think that's our favorite. Turn that up a little bit for us. That's our favorite. I don't know if we stole it from some website. You can use music for. I like it. All right. We are we're looking for anybody have any events that's going on. I know community brainstorming is Saturday. Make sure you go to community brainstorming. They always have a plethora of information there. It's on, you can watch it by Zoom. You can come and eat the breakfast. Now let's talk about the breakfast at community brainstorming. Have you been there in a while?
I heard there's a continental breakfast.
That is a Southern breakfast. And I don't know where or how, but they bacon tastes better than anybody else's bacon around. And restaurant, it's just I don't know what they doing with the bacon. I don't know if they sprinkle something on. I've even tried to bake bacon, but their bacon is so on point. Their grits are good. Their eggs are awesome.
I've never had bad bacon.
Oh yeah, you can have some bad bacon.
I don't know.
It tastes like grease. It just doesn't have.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And then they don't. It's that one piece of bacon on every piece of bacon that when you bite it, it's just that extra flavor. It's like, whew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you don't get that on at least one of your pieces that you bite on, it ain't good. But people under that turkey bacon too. So.
Well, I'm good with regular bacon every morning. I bake my bacon in the oven, set it on 10 minutes. Woo, it'd be perfect. Just perfect.
You don't air fry?
Have
you had it in the air fryer?
I don't got an air fryer. I don't really like them.
You don't know if you like it if you don't have one.
I do.
Air fryers.
I really did have an air fryer. I gave it to my daughter. I just don't like it.
Really?
They try the stuff out.
Oh no.
No.
I don't think you had a bad air fryer.
Might have been an air fryer owner that was bad.
I didn't fry no roast or nothing like that.
Do you ever did chicken wings in it?
Yeah, and they dry.
Even just warming your food up in them, just like a quick warm up.
I tell you
so
what,
much better.
Right, like he said, you could take a piece of KFC or whoever fish it is, or chicken it is or whatever. You put it in that air fryer, it's better than when you originally bought it.
100%.
Crispy.
Well, I gave it to my daughter. I got something
Take it back.
similar.
Be an Indian giver.
No, she got twins. She gonna need it. She just had a boy and a girl twin. But
okay. Congratulations, Granny.
Thank you.
She a grandma all around.
Yeah, they so cute.
And here's the thing. She is so selfish. She got little baby grandkids, older grandkids, big grandkids. And she's selfish.
They love their grand.
No, she's selfish. She won't even let me have just one of them.
Because I let you have little man.
That's because he wanted me.
Little man probably bad. That name sounds like he's bad.
No.
He's 3 months old.
He's 3 months old.
He was staring me down.
Be bad. He's gonna be bad.
Eyes, everything. He
little man
have
gonna be
all
bad.
these little girls. Yes,
but
wait.
No, when the baby was looking at me, she's like, he don't really like nobody. I stared him down. He stared me down.
And he just got to talking to her.
Yeah. I was like, what you say? And he was like, I was like, I don't want to hear that. What else you got to say? So we got a connection.
And I mean, he talked to her for a good 20 to 30 minutes.
But I, on the other hand, my dumb self sat there and talked to him.
But I have a different type of oven. It's not a air
Look at you
fryer,
back
but
at the
it's
food.
more like a conventional oven, but it has a timer on it, and it has a rotisserie on there, all that. So I don't even use my regular oven anymore because I use this oven with this timer on there, and it heats right up. And I could just put bake anything I cook. I put it in there and put it on the timer. I don't even have to watch it. When I come back, it's nice and tender and juicy.
Like a
I'm
toaster
telling
oven?
y'all.
Something like a toaster
No,
oven?
it's somewhat similar to that. It got French doors, but it's an actual oven. It's got a rotisserie. You can actually put a whole chicken or turkey on there.
Nice.
I did turkey for Thanksgiving, and it roasts, it turns.
Heavens and
all
Mercury even.
Hmm?
Nothing.
And back to civic engagement with Wisconsin Voices.
Hey, that's a part of civic engagement. People love
we
food.
love our food at Wisconsin
No,
Voices. Especially me and Toya going back and forth. Yeah.
Oh my God! If
like Joe, banana muffins.
I have to give Amanda
they was
credit
off
for
the
that one.
chain
That
this
one
morning.
wasn't me. That was Amanda. So, but she made
I was
banana
so
banana
excited.
chocolate chip.
Oh,
I was
muffins.
so excited to eat. I ate one, but when I saw him,
She don't
I'm
like chocolate.
sniffing the banana bread. I love banana bread, and he had to mess it up by putting little chunks of chocolate
Just
up in
don't
it.
know. Never met anyone that doesn't like chocolate like that. Like I could put chocolate on anything. Bacon. Put chocolate on bacon
heard
one
of
time. That
chocolate
is
covered bacon, yeah.
delicious.
Oh my God, are y'all serious?
No, it's
I've heard of
great.
it. I've
Don't
never
knock it.
eaten it.
Try it.
This is going sideways now.
I caught you. on
We
that.
are-
Wisconsin
And now back
Voices
to
food
civic
show.
engagement.
And again, back to civic engagement. We are bringing partners back on Friday, and we have been trying to our illustrious former senator and now honorable Lena C. Taylor has been trying to call, but every time she calls, she has to go on the record. So it's not that she's just not showing up, but something happens in court that she has to go back on the record but we are going to give her an open invitation to anytime she wants to call, and she has that time that she definitely can call in. She has a lot to say, and I really want her to talk to us about the processes of what happens in court, because we've never had, I don't remember anybody ever sitting down with us as a community and saying, this is what happens. This is how we're looking at things. This is what you can change, what you can't change. I did talk to the Chief Justice, and he is adamant that we need to do something more about getting our people on jury duty. It looks like we have the highest incarceration rate, but one of the lowest jury turnouts. And then we want to know, we need to be on juries to at least hear if we can understand the prosecution. Do we understand give a direct, sometimes our personal experience will help judge people. Well,
and also like Lena did, Judge Taylor said when she did call in, people got to be presentable when you come to court. You can't come to court with your pajamas on like you just rolled out the bed and your hair not combed. You basically got to come to court like you going to a job interview, clean cut, hair back, looking just as innocent, looking like a school teacher or something.
But it's more out of respect.
Yeah.
Respect for yourself, respect for the judge, respect for the system. We are
And also,
Wisconsin
she said one more
Voices.
thing she did, and I want the people to hear that real quick. She also said, talk to your public defenders. People tend to don't talk to those public defenders.
Don't talk until you get a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. I will see you probably next Monday. Thank you. That was real close.